I'm Susan Ballou. I'm manager and supervisor of the Forensic Science Research Program in the Special Programs Office at the National Institute of Standards and Technology. The 2018-2019 theme is diligence, dedication, and devotion. The diligence to the specific aspects of the profession, the dedication to the details that are involved in the profession, and the devotion to the profession itself. For diligence, the members of the Academy focus on what is needed to support the profession, such as applying quality assurance, quality control, having a strong academic background or support, and then understanding the rules of evidence and applying them when needed. For dedication, it's dedication to the details. Whether a case is hard, complex, the members of the Academy see that as a challenge. What do we need to do to get to this case, to finish the case? What are the details? We are very inquisitive on our own nature just from being part of forensic science. So what aspect of the case will make or break it? What can we find that might show a different outcome for the case than was originally intended? Our devotion is to the profession. We are fiercely devoted to what we stand for, and we continue to explore the unknown, new technologies, new applications of methods, and actually determining, do we need additional legislation or are the federal rules of evidence being properly applied? My objective for this year is to support the current ad hoc committee on opioid crisis. Opioids affects all of us, all sections of the Academy. There is an increase in number of individuals that require the medical examiner's attention. There are challenges that are facing our forensic science analysts as well as our crime scene technicians. These new threats, the synthetic opioids, are causing hazardous conditions to our staff as well as to our members of the Academy. We do not know what type of threat is involved in an unknown substance. The medical examiners are seeing an overwhelming rise in bodies that they have to conduct examinations on. There's also the concern with our borders controls and others law enforcement agencies as to how to handle this epidemic that's coming through. We need everyone to focus on the best way to handle this crisis and how can we support our Congress, our House of Representatives, in looking at new actions that can take place to address this issue. In my position, I receive questions quite often about how did you become involved in forensic science? So I was asked to join the community service and was assigned a position with the local police department. During my time with the police department, I did very difficult duties, which was filing, answering phones, responding to questions. During this time, a police officer came in carrying packages and asked me for a chain of custody form, a form I had not heard about before, didn't know where it was. And after looking through several files and other things, I located the form, and the officer proceeded to tell me what the point of the form was. I was hooked. Crime lab, chain of custody form, evidence. I was able to get a short little visit to the crime laboratory where I learned more information about the duties and the responsibilities. From that point on, I investigated the universities that offered undergraduate studies in the area of forensic science. Following my education, I took a position with the medical examiner's office. Then I took another position with a large state forensic science agency, and then finally with a smaller county crime laboratory. I enjoyed working in these departments. I've learned so much. I became proficient in the area of toxicology, controlled substances, hairs, fibers, blood, and body fluids. I also learned the differences in the different sides of the agencies with your availability to the detectives, to the prosecutor, and to the defense attorney. I really enjoyed working with the small county system, which allowed me to work directly with all of these positions, where we could really work on the nuances of the case and finding out exactly what was needed for correct testimony when it came to that. One thing I'd like to share with the Academy, I selected my theme as I wanted the Academy to rejoice in their achievements. It's exciting to be a forensic scientist. It's exciting to be an attorney that deals with forensic science issues, or a judge, or whatever position you hold. And I think it's time for us to rejoice, to share our achievements, to show how difficult it is to find these small details in the cases, how difficult it is to go through the numerous files on a trial in preparation of bringing this to the jury, how difficult it is to go through so much of the evidence that might be found at a crime scene and come up with the items that are necessary for analysis. I would like all of our members to take a look at what they do and think about presenting these next year to our 2019 meeting.